Hey guys, Real World Prepper here. I wanted to go over a list, 28 things. This is not mine. I got this on the internet, but I find it very cool and very interesting, and I just wanted to quickly share it with you guys. It's called the 28 Inconvenient Truths About the End of the World as We Know It. Number 1, not everyone will survive. Ouch. Number 2, for many, circumstances will trump preparedness. Think about that one. Number 3, preparedness will cost money. There's no way around it. That's the absolute truth, I can tell you that. It's not a fortune. It can be over time, but it does. It costs money. Baby steps. Check my video out. There's a way to do it with minimal cost. Number 4, if you talk about preparedness, you will be ridiculed. Am I right? If you keep your mouth shut, you will miss out on establishing a support system that is 100% necessary to survive. Thank you. This is why the Real World Prepper is here. And all you other guys, thank you. I want to repeat that. Number 4, if you talk about preparedness, you will be ridiculed, no doubt. If you keep your mouth shut, you will miss out on establishing a support system that is 100% necessary to your survival. I love that. Number 5, a rural retreat won't save you. The federal government has you in their crosshairs, as does the United Nations. Okay, so bugging out won't necessarily save you. If they want to find you and come get you, they will and can. Let's see, number 6, stored food runs out eventually. Just let that one sink. This is for me too. Stored food runs out eventually. Even the best, number 7, even the best prepared survivalist Navy SEAL can be brought down by an infected ingrown toenail. Wow, I haven't even read this in a while. I just found some information that I'd been storing up, if you saw my prior video. So it's kind of blowing my mind as I read this. I didn't even proofread it before I turned this video on. So, wow. Even the best prepared survivalist Navy SEAL can be brought down by an infected ingrown toenail, no doubt, or a cut. Number 8, you probably are not tough enough for what's coming. I would change number 8 and say, you absolutely are not tough enough for what's coming. I know this to be true for myself, and in the real world, likely for the majority of people. Number 9, gold and silver may be useless if a world currency is established. Their use might even be criminalized. Inconvenient truths about the end of the world as we know it. So think about that. Criminalized. What about the your right hand, the mark of the beast, you know, my RFID chips and so on and so forth. You know, once that stuff really gets implemented, which they are doing, look into it. A lot of states with their government programs and welfare and that kind of thing require different types of ID. There's some companies that are starting that stuff with their employees. Anyway, number 10, in a time of plenty, it is impossible to imagine the reality of true scarcity. So like today, your everyday life, even if you're a broke son of a gun, like, you know, most of us are just living paycheck to paycheck, even that way you still have all you want. I mean, or all you need, I should say. You know, so number 10, in a time of plenty, it's impossible to imagine the reality of a true scarcity. Number 11, survival is easy for armchair quarterbacks. Oh my gosh. You know, I could probably be called one of those. I don't consider that of myself because I do make preparations. I am trying to better myself, and I'm not here trying to preach what you should do because, by God, I'm the expert. I'm just sharing what I know and being a part of you guys' life because I care. That's it. I will struggle so terribly. I'm just thankful I have some things put away and halfway plan, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to say too much, but I might be the armchair quarterback, but at the same time, I'm not going to fall off in the first wave. Okay? Not easily anyway. Number 12, most survivalists and preppers are overly optimistic when it comes to how much food store, what scenarios to plan for, and their ability to survive off the grid. Funny, my commentary for number 10, or excuse me, for number 11 about the armchair quarterback, I just got humbled with number 12. I'll reread this. Number 12, most survivalists and preppers are overly optimistic when it comes to how much food to store, what scenarios to plan for, and their ability to survive off grid. So, wow. Thank you, God. All right. Number 13, the end of the world as we know it will change the way you and your children and grandchildren live forever. Number 14, the minute you bug out, your chances of reaching your retreat destination are slim. The minute you bug out, the chances begin to decrease. And let's see here. Number 15, you're kidding if you think, Number 15, you're kidding yourself if you think your hidden caches won't be found by others eventually. No doubt. And for others who don't have hidden caches, who rely on a few locations locally, it's going to be even harder for someone not to find it, and harder to defend, or hard to defend, period. Let's see here. Notification. All right. Number 16, you won't know if you're ready for the end of the world as we know it until you're in the middle of the end of the world as we know it. Number 17, ultimately, a too powerful government will be the biggest threat to your survival. By the way, this was something I found on the internet and printed off probably 7 years ago. But it's been true for what, 40 years or more? Ultimately, a too powerful government will be the biggest threat to your survival. Number 18, life will become cheap. Now let me add a caveat to that statement and say that for some, life will become cheap for some. Not for me, but for some, for many, I'm sure. Number 19, free time will become a thing of the past. Time for me to sit and do videos like this, which I enjoy doing. You know, I not only feel a passion and a call to do this and share this, but I do enjoy doing it. Well, it's not really free time. I have to make the time, but you get the message here. Free time will become a thing of the past. It will be work and toiling to survive. There's no doubt. Number 20, there's nothing wrong with preparing for natural disasters, but if you're not ready for a collapse of the American economy, then you're just not ready. Not to say that that's the absolute be-all, end-all way that it's going to happen, but it's just saying if you're not ready for that, because that's a totally different breakdown of things, then you're not ready. You should be ready for any and all things that might come down the pike. 21, coming through tough times will threaten even the best marriages and other close relationships. I think that goes without saying. I mean, tough times even in where we are now, you know, in cushy world, things get tough and marriages and relationships and friendships are tested. Number 22, growing your own food is a bigger challenge than you ever thought possible. Number 23, a green garden can be spotted from miles away, thus endangering your food source and your family. Cover and concealment, even with your food preps, even with your gardens, even with your livestock and cattle. Whatever you got going on. Interesting. 24, dealing with human waste and trash will become your new part-time job, because you will have to dispose of this stuff in a way that will not make you ill and contaminate you and your family or your food or water, etc. Number 25, you'll discover exactly what you're capable of when your family is threatened. Amen, brother. No shit. You will discover exactly what you're capable of when your family is threatened. Not gonna happen, Captain. I pray it doesn't. 26. Formerly strong and capable people will escape their new reality with booze, drugs, and/or suicide. No doubt about that. People who are kings of the world right now will not know what to do and not know how to handle it and will fall. Many, including many of us preppers, I hate to say will. I will not. God is on my side and God will see me through it. If I die doing it, it won't be because I killed myself doing it. I can guarantee you that. Number 27, protecting and nurturing close family ties will become one of the most important things you can do. Amen, because I've said it before, community, 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 community. We're not going to make it without community after SHTF. Number 28, and the last one, those who can accept and adapt will find survival easier than those who hold on to the past or have unrealistic expectations of the future. I'm going to reread number 28. Those who can accept and adapt will find survival easier than those who hold on to the past or have unrealistic expectations of the future. Because it will be a brave new world out there, my friends. If we live to see it, if things go in any of the directions that are the directions that prompt all of us to prepare, then that is true. That is truth. Thank you for letting me share, guys. I hope this wasn't too rambling. I'm trying to cut down on my uhs and ums. I hope I'm doing better at that. And I hope you're enjoying this channel, and I hope to see you on my next video. And until then, this is the Real World Prepper, and I'm out. Bye-bye.